Hello, listener. Last session, we got up to some stuff. Some carousing was to be had. But where we begin tonight, as my music swells, Brae,
Hello.
you have awoken to find a mirror mysteriously set in the corner of your room. It's unclear how it got here, but you recognized it almost immediately. Your mother had spoken of a mirror, one that you knew was in her possession, found deep within the earth. A mirror which showed her a reflection of herself from a world where she never ascended to goddesshood, where another, her companion Wellbe-Goodbarrel, was chosen in her stead. That mirror now stands before you. There is a crack running about a third of the way down, so about 2/3 of the mirror are one panel, and like a cracked third in the bottom corner is also visible. You have pulled the kind of like curtain or the sheet off. Are you staring into the mirror?
Absolutely, I will look into the mirror.
Specifically, are you staring into the larger pane or the smaller pane?
Ooh. It would make sense to just look in the larger one, but maybe we'll take a peek afterwards.
Yeah. I will say, like, it's immediately clear because there's a slight angle difference. You wouldn't, like, if you looked at it from this angle, you have to, like, move yourself just slightly to get it eye level, because it doesn't quite line up. As you look into the mirror, you see a reflection of yourself. But it's not quite you. You are dressed in much brighter or lighter colors, more whites than reds. The pin of the red four-pointed sun fastening a small cape.
That's the Valentine's, right?
It is the Valentine's, yes. Your father's crest.
Yeah.
This figure looks at you almost confused, and immediately you notice there is a shadow behind her. Almost like a dark silhouette. Hello?
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 Does it usually work like this? She kind of like looks back over her shoulder.
Who's there?
My Auntie V.
Tears welling in her eyes.
Uh-huh.
It's just a shadow from this side.
Yes, we don't see her reflection. May I ask, you're from a world where my mother became a goddess.
Are you not?
No, there was an election and things went a different way.
Who's the goddess of peace then?
Wellbe-Goodbarrel. More god of peace than goddess. I've heard about this mirror.
So have I. It was on my mother's ship.
Oh, well, ours was taken by Auntie V here when she went down to the heart of the world.
What did she do in the heart of the world?
There's confusion. Well, she went with the rest of the Grim Riddlers. She kind of like looks back and you can see there's a conversation that you can't hear.
Okay. Can I hear her side of it?
A little bit, but she's more just kind of like there's this stammering like, yes, and she turns back. My aunt tells me, things were different in your experience, your mother's experience.
Very.
She was considered a foe then.
Yes. Well, by certain misguided individuals.
Yes, during
Never
that.
to me.
Well, we weren't born at the time,
That's true. But afterwards, some of them still, well, they did harbor ill will.
Yes. Well, it's lovely to meet you.
You too.
Where are you right now?
In a kingdom.
A kingdom?
Yes, a small one.
Interesting. I'm just above the Silk Fleet. I'm in the Glorious.
Ah.
We were just preparing, there's an event today, we're meeting with some delegates from a smaller kingdom. It's so interesting. I've never looked into this before.
Oh, this is my first time as well. It's quite interesting. You're the one that appeared.
Yes, I hope we'll be the best of friends.
Maybe we will.
I'm told that this mirror was limited in the number of questions you could ask.
So if we never ask any questions,
then we've asked each other a few questions now, but I don't think anything bad's happening.
No more questions then.
Do you think so?
You just did it.
Yeah, nothing happened.
But just hold off. Maybe we'll save them for the big questions if either of us ever need help.
That's fair. Well, I have to go now. Unless you had something.
Can you please just tell Auntie V, I hope she's doing well and everything has worked out in her favor.
Okay, I will.
Give her a big old hug.
All right. And as she kind of steps away, you can still see the reflection. As you can see the hug, like she wraps her arms around the shadow. You can faintly hear your words echoing through her.
A small tear just kind of trails down the cheek. Yeah.
As they depart.
Can I peek in the bottom corner?
Yeah. You peek into the bottom corner, and you see your reflection. Darkness around the eyes. No less than 6 horns.
Whoa.
Towering. 2 forward, some out the sides and back.
Ooh.
Staring at you. Well, this is something.
This is definitely something.
Are you me?
I believe I am, Brae.
But you didn't go all the way.
All the way?
Gestures a finger up to her horns, and you see her hands, like yours, are black up to the elbow. You've been to the temple, yes?
Yes.
With our dear aunt.
That I have.
And yet, it doesn't seem like it changed you the way it changed me.
I have a question for Daniel.
Yes.
Were those horns part of the one that V got rid of?
It seems that, in your experience in the original, you didn't get anything that looks like this. This Brae just went shopping.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. No, I took what I was looking for and got out of there.
I see.
I see you're doing well for yourself.
I am. There's a shadow behind you.
I'll turn and look.
Ornessa's trying to peek in and get like a look. What's going on, Brae?
Just give me a minute.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
I feel like Ornessa would like you.
What's an Ornessa?
A friend. Did you not meet her in the place that has a name that I... Barovia? Goddess... priestess of Lyra. Now priestess of Brae.
Lyra, my mother, has no priestess. She could not. She's not a goddess after all.
In yours as well. And who's the goddess or god of peace?
The same as it's ever been. Eldath. In her old age. She saw my mother and her companion Welby quarreling. She wouldn't have it. So I find myself here. The only goddess is the one who makes herself.
Is that what you're trying to do? Or have done?
Oh no, I'm something else.
And what are you?
Powerful.
Wonderful.
I'm going to keep this shard of mirror.
Good.
I hope to see you again.
I think you could be useful. You seem to have knowledge beyond that which I attained.
If there is knowledge to trade, I would be happy to share mine for an inkling of yours.
Of course.
Not everyone is so close to goddesshood, and I'm sure you have powers that would be of interest to me.
Maybe. Well, Brae, I think I see more of me and you than I do of the other one.
There's another one.
Oh yes, very bright.
Interesting. Well, take care. Go carefully.
You as well.
She stands up because it's like she's kind of crouching to
Yeah.
look in, and kind of like glides away.
Ooh.
Like feet kind of barely touching the ground.
Yeah.
There's
Like lichy stalk.
a little bit of Lichy, yeah.
How does she? I'm thinking in my head. How does she feed if she doesn't have Ornessa? That might be a question to ask.
An interesting thought. With that, you are in this room here. Ornessa's kind of like peering. Brae, I don't see myself in any of these. Does this mirror not work?
It does. But for the Valendons, and I'll cover it again.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that was interesting. I rather think you would like other me's.
Really? What are they like?
One is very bright and cheerful,
Uh-huh.
and the other has many horns.
Oh, can we bring her over?
No?
Okay. Well, I don't know if this is like a portal or an illusion.
I also don't know what it is, but I'm gonna go ahead and say no. Otherwise, Lyra, Mom definitely would have wanted another one of her running around.
That's fair.
Especially in worlds where she's not a goddess.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of stuff like that, playing goddess, I guess, we have some pacts to make.
We do. We also have to go get Miria to look into the glyphs on our elf captain friend's ship.
Way ahead of you.
Oh.
Oh yes, we've been carousing for a while.
The decadence.
I also need to sleep probably for a very long time. It's difficult to move. I can help you with the pact.
Great. And then take a rest.
Yes, I had some ideas. But anyway, I was going around, I was charming some people, and I put one of them on our ship. If he's a problem, Igmarel's there, she'll chop him up. But he's just there working, like looking at our runes.
Oh, he knows how they work?
Yeah, and he knows how to steal the other runes if we need to, like,
Wonderful.
upgrade.
Wonderful.
But yeah, so Miria and Igmarel are just down there. I don't know where Glimmer is, but yeah.
Wonderful. You are just so great, you know that?
Oh, thanks, Brae.
Of course. My main home girl.
Oh, she kind of like blushes a little bit. You don't have to say that.
They'll always have a special place in my heart.
Almost like a tear welling at that. Oh.
Feeling a little sappy from seeing Valencia.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go be the king for a little bit.
Yes.
And the king can't be seen probably leaving your room early in the morning, so I'm gonna
Probably
disappear.
a good idea.
But
where are we? Are we we're on my ship, correct?
you are in your like guest room.
Oh, my guest room. Okay.
Yeah.
We also need to make... Do I have messages, Brae? I don't remember what spells I have. Probably. Oh, I have a buttload of cantrips. Yes. I'm gonna message her. Oh, no. We got telepathy.
You have telepathy.
We will make him disappear soon enough. I think I've got an idea for how to make that happen.
Okay, good, because I was kind of at a loss. Like, I'm really, in the thick of this now.
Oh,
People are asking me to sign laws, and I don't know what I'm doing.
At the end of the festival, maybe some vamps have appeared. Just maybe a little ways out of town, heading on over. The valiant king, armed with maybe some things given by myself, could help him with that.
Oh, yes.
And some knights. Can let Igmarel meet them.
Big smile. I mean, I'll meet them too. I just,
of course. With you and Igmarel.
Kind of like claps her hands. All right, well, I'm excited.
Yes. Go do your thing, then have a rest. Please.
Vanishes.
Cool.
At this point, turning things over to Brae, what does this morning bring for you?
I'm assuming more carousing later.
Yeah.
This morning I would like to go check on the state of the ship and meet the person that is working on the runes, as well as are the Cushion, Rana and Valatha, are they on my ship? I think that's where I sent them.
Yes. Yeah,
cool.
They would be.
Go chit-chat with them.
Yeah. You head down. It is a clear morning. A little crisp. There's like fog kind of like lingering over the town here. You make your way down. You can see those druids, the Verum Doranai. Their camp has been moved kind of away from like the main bulk of the city, but you can still see it kind of at the wood's edge. Kind of equal distance between like the town proper and your airship, which has been mostly concealed. But you are able to walk past, making your way up. The ship is there. Igmarel waits, arms folded. She bows very low, like stoops to a knee as you approach.
How's it been over here?
Quiet, mercifully.
Wonderful.
There were some incidents I could see. Nothing that required my physical attention. But there were the festivities have spilled out into fields as of late. You are drawing in very interesting creatures, Brae.
Creatures?
Yes, the festivities. There were pixies in the air. And animals have been behaving strangely even across the river.
Interesting.
May I ask, do you feel different?
I do.
I'm told a goddess should have a domain. A specific portfolio that they adhere to. A god of war is stronger perhaps than a god of anger. Something more specific tends to be more likely to get specific worship. Have you decided on a domain? Revelry was my guess, but...
Seems to be fitting as of late, doesn't it?
It does. If that is who you are, or the impression you'd like to give as you rule.
So far, it's been pretty rewarding.
As you say.
Is my Shasuva in the ship or in the castle?
It's back in the castle.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a guest aboard. He's working with Myria now. I believe
Wonderful.
she may have needed the motivation.
Perfect.
She kind of like lowers her voice. There have been bottles found in her quarters. The festivities, I'm trying to keep her focused, but she is more prone to being drawn in than I am.
With this new guest, I'm sure we'll get up and running in due time. But in either case, she can enjoy the festivities once in a while. It would be mean of me not to let her.
Of course. I know she has been participating.
Good.
At times.
Wonderful. Well, let's go see how they're getting along.
Yep. She kind of like spins, leads you down. Down below decks, the 2 flights.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear some like clattering sounds. You come down and then but sort of behind the second set of stairs, there is one Miria and one half-elf. Shocking, like bright blonde hair. Kind of very, very wispy, kind of like blown back. He's got a very small nose, kind of like freckled features. Yes, we just have to arrange this like that, and yes, this over here, and you can see they're kind of like stacking up these runes. These should be working. I can try and cast a spell to stabilize it, but it may take some time, a few hours at least. He kind of like turns and sees you, and with like complete demeanor change, my queen, and he bows.
And you are?
Oh, my name is Faral.
F-E-R-R-A-L?
F-A-R-A-L. I'm,
almost feral.
Yep. I'm, something of an apprentice of the Silk Fleet. I was just sent along to do the delivery, and I met a companion of yours who sent me here.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. How close are you? I heard a couple hours potentially to get the glyphs working?
Oh yes, I'm casting a spell now just to make sure. I'm confident I could have this up in a few hours. If that's acceptable. I don't know if...
We've got a couple more days here with the festivities.
Oh, really?
Of course.
Oh, wonderful.
We must celebrate the opening of Wellington and the defeat of those pesky vampires.
If you say so. I don't know anything really about all that, but I would be honored if we would be welcome at that. I'm also told that my captain has been working closely with you.
Yes, he has.
Yes, that's wonderful.
So are you one of the supporters that would say you would back myself when Arami eventually needs to step down?
Politics. I mean, yes, absolutely. And there again, you almost hear like an inflection in the voice, like it's Ornessa speaking for a second. Almost like there's a charm effect here and a very precise instructions have been given.
Fair.
But absolutely, if it came to it.
Wonderful.
I don't have a lot of standing in the fleet. I'm mostly I do maintenance on airships, but... There's
no small roles in the Silk Fleet. One person can influence another, and another, and another.
Oh, if I'm to be a domino, I will be your most loyal domino. Whatever you need.
Wonderful. Now I need you to finish this.
Yes.
And send someone for me when it's done.
Of course. And he will go back to working on it. Miria's there too.
Can I go to... Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah, go for it.
Can I go to Glimmer's room, see if she's on the ship?
Yep. Glimmer is not on the ship.
Okay.
Kind of peek through the second deck. Nothing.
Yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'll go to, I guess the, main living area.
Yep.
Try and find Rana and Valatha.
Yes, they would probably be in, the common area. For your benefit, I will pull up the map.
Whoops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Listener can't see tokens, but Area 3 is where you are.
Lovely.
And I will roughly... Area 10 is Miria, Area 1 or 2-ish is...
Ignorant.
The others not seen.
Lovely.
Put them in the corner. But yes, you can see Rana and Valatha here. They sort of sit up as you enter. Oh, Brae.
Oh, my girls. Tell me where you wish to go. Or what you wish to do.
Share a look with you if we could. Wherever you are going, we would find safety by your side.
Excellent. Tell me of your skills.
They begin to outline for you a series of skills, mostly duties of Cushion House workers.
Mm-hmm.
These are more refined than like a brothel, so there's more like a social aspect to things.
Mm-hmm.
They know very formal elvish pleasantries. They know how to interact with nobles. They know how to sow espionage, like sow secrets. They are adept spies and pickpockets. Very much capable figures in maybe like a court setting. If you planted them in a castle, they'd be able to find information and, in certain cases, execute undesirables.
Wonderful.
They gesture to their nails and will explain that they're magical. They have a magical sort of polish that they put on them.
What color are their nails?
Black.
All of them?
Yes.
Ooh, okay. Brae doesn't know what that means, but Caitlin knows what that means.
Yes, and they may actually be a slightly different one than you're familiar with.
Oh, okay.
I
mean, Brae has no idea what they do, but
yeah.
I guess they probably explain a little bit. But
Mm-hmm.
black is the dye, yeah. Just insta-death with
Black-
30 or less hit points.
Black has some light power word kill potential.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite to the same level. It's a much lower cap. But there's some gimmicks to these ones too. But
Fine. Do you have any more of that?
yes, absolutely. Rana will take out and will paint each of your nails.
5?
She can do 10.
I'll just do 5.
She'll do 5, yeah.
They're black anyways,
Yeah.
so it doesn't change the appearance.
Yeah. But she'll paint 5.
Nice. So I have 5 black nails.
Yes.
Lovely.
This is, we weren't able to take much with us.
That's alright.
There is a cache in the Fairwood.
Is there now?
Yes, a gift from Goddess Valencia. She gave us many powerful things that we might pursue her desires in the Imperium.
Do you know where this cache is?
I know of one particular one, an old temple to a much older god than she was.
Wonderful.
We could go there,
And
but
say-
it's to the west.
Sounds good to me. When we're done here, if you could, once the ruins are up and working, if you could brief Miria, generally the directions of where we're going. I believe there's a map in my quarters, or wherever we would keep the map.
I believe Area 5 is a map room.
Oh, cool.
So you have access to...
Yeah, so
Yeah.
show Miria around where we're going.
Absolutely.
If you would.
Of course.
Thank you.
May I ask, do you have business in the Fairwood? There are a great many dangers there now, and I'm not sure how safe that place is.
That there are no other business that I can think of at the moment. I'm sure something might come up, but if this cache has things from Valencia in it, I'm sure it could be of great use to our cause.
I agree. And wherever you go, we will go without fear.
Wonderful. What colors are they wearing? Are they still like bright clothes?
They...
Or like, are they courtly appeal, or are they like traveling for a while, kind of grimy?
They've had actually ample opportunities to swap things out.
Okay, good.
Both through carousing and being able to access parts of the castle.
Nice.
So they're in like courtly attire.
Perfect.
Pretty simple, but like that's more just to not stand out.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what we want.
Mm-hmm.
While you're here, feel free to enjoy the festivities. Maybe just see how the people of Wellington are feeling with all of what's happened.
Of course.
Magic returning, their king and queen welcoming a stranger, that kind of thing.
Would you have us sow any rumors? It may take time for them to take shape.
Maybe just reinforce the angle of Brae the Savior.
Of course.
Liberator.
Rana gives a bow, Valetha. I haven't, said anything to you, really. But you're really amazing. And I hope you become more powerful. She kind of gives a little bow, and we'll kind of scurry off after Rana.
I do as well, as they, leave.
Yeah, head up the stairs and out.
And with that, I'll probably hang around.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe take a couple short rests until the
It's very early in the morning.
I guess I don't need to short rest because I haven't used any spell slots.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll hang around.
Sure.
Are the nails, just for ease of my notes, is it the same DC and ability as mine? Or you'll just send it?
I'm gonna say go with same DC for now.
Okay.
If there are changes, I will send them. But I think for now, it's considering them the same. They're close enough.
Yeah.
If anything changes, we'll change it.
Con, right? I'll figure it out. Awesome. Wonderful. Yeah, I'll hang out. Plot.
How many hours are you thinking of?
If it's early morning...
Yeah, it's let's say 7 or 8 a.m. 8 a.m.
Yeah, then we'll probably go till about noonish.
Sure. 4 short rests?
Short rests don't do anything if I don't expend a spell slot.
Oh,
I believe.
You're not doing coffee lock stuff?
Coffee lock, short rests are my warlock slots.
Oh.
Right?
Well, you convert sorcery points.
I convert sorcery points, and then I get them back.
I shouldn't help you with this. It's horrible.
It's been so long since I've done it that
Fair.
I forgot.
Not valid.
Give me 2 seconds. We will... But yeah, let's have some fun.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll wait a couple hours. I'll do that in the background because I can't find my stuff.
Yeah, no worries. Plotting anything in particular?
No, just trying to figure out in her head. Timeline and whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah, as you are plodding along, things are progressing slowly. But at around noon, you begin to hear a very faint commotion stomping on the deck above you as Igmarel descends the steps.
Mm-hmm.
My Lady Brae.
Yes.
There is fighting in the castle.
In the castle?
Yes.
Who?
I'm not sure.
Let's go.
Yes. And she will flex her wings to fly.
Mm-hmm.
Is she carrying you?
Yes, but give me one moment. On my charming... Is it just people who Ornessa has charmed I can communicate telepathically with?
Correct.
Okay. I'll go down to Miria. Apparently there's fighting in the castle. If anything happens here, I will leave my imp visible here.
Yes.
Send him, her, it's a her. Send her to me as quickly as possible.
I understand. As I very quickly load up a stat block here. You leave the imp there.
Mm-hmm.
Igmaral, arms out, launches you up. Yeah. The ground kind of streaks by as she like arcs smoothly in and sets you down at like the front steps here. Inside you can hear almost like the cracking of a whip, but like heavier, like metal striking stone, like a tsh, tsh. Igmaral draws her sword. Are we entering?
Of course.
She will kick the door open, like planting the foot on the hinge, or like by the doorknob and kicking, it just shatters. As she steps through, I need you to roll me initiative as the scene before you begins to take shape.
8.
Beats a 2.
Nice.
From Igmaral.
Yeah.
As I punch this in. That was an 8 total?
Yeah. I rolled a 7 and I only have a 1 with Brae. I never realized how nice it was to have such a high bonus to initiative.
Yeah. As you step into this first kind of like opening foyer here, I will transition you to a battle mat that I won't show the listener because, sorry listener, it's very plain.
Is it your grid?
It's just a grid. But I believe it's this one here.
Let's go. Oh my Lanta. What is that ugly guy?
Before you can see people here have scattered to your end of the room. They're actually pushing past Igmaral as the door is kicked open. One of them probably getting a face full of splinters, but you know, they're scrambling.
Yeah.
No fatalities there. However, at the far end of the room here, you can see Queen Norraine looking terrified.
Is that the one beside Valencia? Not Valencia, Ornessa?
Ornessa, yes. And Ornessa, still in king form, like almost like leg up on the throne, kind of like leaning back. There is a hole in the floor here. One that presumably leads all the way down to that cavern beneath the mountain with that seal that you destroyed. Having emerged, there are 4 figures here.
Have come out from the ground?
Yes.
Oh.
These 4 figures are humanoid. They have muscular bodies, but their faces from like the nose down are just wrapped in like these spiked chains, which are like starting to uncoil. You can see some of them have blood dripping from them, and you can see carcasses on the ground of revelers who are no more. They are in a frenzy, spinning around. You can hear these kind of like shrieks coming off of them. Towering over all of them, though, there is a figure, hands kind of pressed together by his chin. He stares at you. And there she is. So it was foretold. I have now risen.
And who do I have the pleasure of speaking with?
I am called Peacebane Morlal.
Morlal?
It was said that 5 aspects would rise from among the chained chorus. And so it was me and my kin. I thank you for your revelry. They have fed and will continue to feed my bloodlust. But I think I'll start with you.
I don't think that's a very good idea.
As you say this, we move into initiative order.
I rolled low.
You did roll low.
Yeah.
So we're gonna see what happens here, because this is a little crazy. First thing's gonna happen. This creature, not really wrapped in chains, but you can see like the impressions of chains all across the body.
Mm-hmm.
He's a very spiny creature, almost like made out of bones, but with wings behind him that launch him forward. 55 feet. He will fly forward and land down, like heavily, so he looks up at Igmoril for a moment.
Oh, he's not tall.
He is tall, but he lands like almost on all fours.
Oh, okay.
Looks up at her and then rises. He's going to direct his attacks at you.
Fair.
He has magical weapons. Does a 15 hit?
No.
Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Okay. His makes 2 attacks with his claws. Oh.
I have shield.
You shield?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. The first one misses. The second one you kind of catch with a shield here and like force him back. Cool. That will be his turn, but now the other 4 go. And they are going to make things nice and complicated. Okay. It's going to be horrible. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 30. So 2 of them are going to move up. In fact, they will both dash. So they're flanking or like kind of pushing in on you, one of them, and then the other one on Igmoril. The other 2, we'll say one of them is going to move into the middle of the room and take the dodge action, whereas the final one is going to move right to the king. And will attempt to wrap him in chains. And you watch as the king, like, lets out a little bit of a shriek. Skin getting a little flushed for a moment, as these chains kind of, like, wrap around him. Spikes. As he looks like he's starting to bleed a little bit. Telepathically, you hear, Brae, I'd love to fight back, but I don't want to ruin the illusion now.
How many people are still in this room?
The queen.
Just the queen?
Looks like there were guards that have been rather butchered.
Cool.
Though it seems like any minute now more might rush in.
The queen's the only one left. That
yes.
It's like a civilian in here, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell her, do what you need to do. If the queen's the only witness, we can deal with her easily.
Okay. However, she is going to now consider herself a combatant and will be at the very end of the initiative order. As we now go to you.
It's my turn.
Yes.
Paralyzing touch says melee spell attack. Does it count as a spell? Like if I use that, I can't also cast a spell?
No, it is not a spell.
Cool. So I can still... wonderful. Cool. I'm gonna use my paralyzing touch on the big guy. It is plus 10 to hit.
Okay.
25.
25 hits.
And then I need a con save.
Okay. That is a 28.
That passes, but he still takes 12 points of psychic damage.
Okay.
And he is not paralyzed.
Lovely.
But I'm going to quicken a spell. I'm going to quicken... let's quicken polymorph.
Okay.
And I would like to turn him into a... Let's turn him into a turtle.
A turtle?
Yeah.
It's a wisdom save?
Yes.
He has advantage. He has magic resistance. Okay. Unnatural 20?
Passes.
Whew. It was a 15 before, and he doesn't have the best bonus. But yeah, you cast it. You see him like the body starts to kind of like shimmer, but he keeps kind of flexes out of it a little bit.
And
I think not.
What does this do? Okay. Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay. We then go to Igmarel, who is going to make 3 attacks against. She'll actually turn to you. Which one am I killing?
Go for that one, and I'll point to like the little guy.
The one on her?
Yeah.
Sure.
Just get rid of some of the turn economy.
Ooh. I never thought I'd see this. One of her attacks misses. The other 2 hit. She has a magical weapon. As I roll. Geez. 17 plus 12 is 29.
Nice.
Plus... Oh, that's twice. 29 plus 21 plus 13. 29 plus 21 plus 13. Oh, 63 damage.
Yay! How's it looking?
It's still up.
How's it looking though?
Bad. The one she's hitting, I'm going to call it number 1.
Yeah.
Definitely bloodied.
Nice.
As Ornessa's going to go. And she will... She doesn't like being restrained, so she's going to go, "My love, I can feel it, taking me away." He kind of like reaches out a hand for the queen, and then you watches his body decays into a pink mist as Ornessa steps onto the material, or ethereal plane. Queen just in a panic.
I probably can't see her, to be fair.
The queen? Oh no, yeah.
The big guy's in front of me.
Through the big guy? Yeah.
I'm not really paying attention to her.
Yeah. Is going to disengage and can step through and will flee out one of the doors here.
Good.
With that,
Good.
we go to the enemy's turn again. The large one is going to go first, with focusing his attacks on you. Oh, I missed a special thing. Is Brae able to be frightened?
No.
Okay, then it's... Every creature here has a frightened effect that should be popping at the start of your turn. No. I'm glad that it doesn't
I'm immune.
Yep.
From a few things.
Yeah. But 2 claw attacks. Does a 16 hit?
No.
It's a 24 hit.
Shield.
Okay. Ding, as you catch it again. At this point, he's getting like visibly a little bit frustrated, but it just keeps like clawing relentlessly at you. The others are going to go. I'm going to say 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You've got 2 on you now,
Okay.
who are both going to make their own attacks. With chains, it's another 24 to hit, followed by a nat 1. What is your current AC?
26.
26.
With 21 and plus 5 with shield.
Okay, then it's a 16 and a 12 from the other one, which both glance off you. The last one there will go on Igmarel with a 16 and then a 27.
She can add 4 to her. It's not enough though.
Yeah, no, not quite. But she will add 4 to her AC. No, she won't add 4 to her AC. What am I saying? She will take damage then. Got so many stat blocks open here.
Cold, necrotic, radiant, bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing from non-magical attacks, or fire or poison.
These are magical attacks here. As you watch as Igmaril is wrapped in this spiked chain,
Ooh.
and she kind of grunts as she's like pulled into this thing a little bit, like it tugs her forward. She is now grappled and restrained, and she takes a little bit of damage. She will turn to you though. Leave this one to me.
Gladly.
That is their turns. There's one left that needs to move, the one on the throne, which no longer has access to Ornessa. It's going to turn 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and will dash 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Not quite able to make it all the way to Igmaril, but clearly closing in on her.
Ooh, do I have any spray spells? Oh, I have a fun spell.
It is now your turn.
I'm going to cast... Let's cast Spirit Guardians as 4th level. And I'm going to designate Igmaril and then telepathically to Ornessa.
Yep.
Don't come in the radius.
Yep.
Stay out.
That's 15 feet?
Yes.
What color are the Spirit Guardians?
Black.
I figured. That will, and I will honor it because roughly half in, that will hit everybody.
Wonderful.
And this is going to sound weird for the listener because of how out of order we do these. We are ruling at the start of their turn.
Start of their turn, yeah.
Hey listener, you're going to get a lot of us ruling this differently, but don't worry about it. This is how we're doing it now. But yes, so it pops up around them. That is your action.
Yeah, bonus action.
Yeah.
We're gonna just cast a nice saucy Eldritch Blast as a quickened spell.
Sure, at who?
It is 3 beams.
Yeah.
All of them at the big guy.
Okay.
There's one on, I got 3.
I will point out, you make these rolls with disadvantage. You are within 5 feet of everybody.
That's fine.
Yeah.
It's still a plus.
I am
12.
fairly confident you might hit with all of these.
That is 19.
Did you say you have a plus 12?
Yeah.
Then you miss on a nat 1.
Nice. Hit.
Okay.
And that is 1d10, so that's 3d10 plus 6 plus 18.
Yep.
So that's a 28. 31, 36 points
36.
of force damage.
48 damage he's taken. This creature, the one called Peacebane, is looking pretty okay about all this.
Yeah.
Does
he look like he resisted it?
No, but he just looks like your hits just don't seem to be phasing him too much, just in terms of the damage you're doing.
Oh, that's fine.
Anything else on your turn?
No, because that's action, bonus action.
Okay. Igmaril is up. She has disadvantage on her first hit, but I'm going to resolve them one at a time. She rolls her lowest is a 24. She does 10 damage, necrotic, plus not quite enough to kill. So it has to burn a second attack.
An Igmaril?
Igmaril does, yes. And she rolls a nat 1, so she has to burn a third attack.
No!
And she rolls a 15, which I believe fails by 1.
Oh my gosh.
It does. Excellent.
That's brutal!
This thing has single-digit health.
So 1.
No,
oh no, I guess, sorry,
it
it missed by 1 and it's not at 1
yeah.
health. Yeah.
It has, it's looking real bad, but Igmaril is like struggling. Like, you can watch, like, she pulls back and then the chain tugs inwards and it's like dodging out of the way.
Yeah.
They're locked into this kind of nasty, painful-looking dance. Ornessa can't get close. Actually, she can. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25,
She can
30.
get that guy.
She's got 60 feet of flight. So she can definitely 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. She closes the distance, reappears in her full, glorious
Out of the way of attacks, preferably, maybe?
She is also, she can be 5 feet up. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's flying above, but she's trying to get within range of this one fiend here. With that, that is her turn. We now go to the enemy's turns. our main Peacebane himself will try it once again to claw you. There we go. Lowest is a 17, which misses, and then a 30 to hit.
Can she use... Theoretically, does parry stack with shield? Because it says in her parry she can use it on me.
Oh, then yes, it would be her reaction.
Wonderful. I will burn my reaction. Help me!
Yep, and she will use her reaction to parry.
Wonderful.
What does that make your AC? Oh, because it would be 30. Yeah, so that means it hits.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's fine.
Yeah. Yes. Brae takes damage. Impossible. You take 38 points of damage, but some of that you might resist.
What is the breakdown?
Magical.
I have 10 HP.
20 points. 20 points of magical force or force damage.
Okay, I still have 2 temp.
Yep. And then it is, let me confirm, 18 points of cold damage, which you might resist.
I think I'm actually... I have resistance from the Staff of Frost.
Yeah.
And then let me go down to my lichy stuff. It is just resistance. So
okay.
What was it? 10?
18. So
18.
half to 9. So for the first time in a while, Brae.
In a long while.
You've taken
I think
some
I've had that 10
damage.
HP from like
a while back.
I don't even know where it came from.
Yep. As this thing strikes you, despite your best efforts here. And now it is the minion's turns.
Oh, he needs to make a wisdom save at the beginning of his turn.
Oh, yes.
I believe it's wisdom.
Yeah, and he has advantage on spells. That's a 12.
It's a fail.
Okay, roll.
So that's 4d8
Yes.
damage and 48 necrotic. Does it up one of each? Oh no, sorry, it's radiant or necrotic, depending.
Yeah.
So it's necrotic.
Yeah.
48.
Okay. Doing a quick check to make sure they aren't immune to necrotic, and neither of them are.
6, 12, 19 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
On the big guy.
On the big guy. 19.
I'm assuming that was his roll.
67. Yep, not looking the best.
Cool.
But that is his turn. The other 4 are going to go. Would you like to roll once for all of them, or separate rolls? For the damage on your... I'm going to roll them one by one just for the saves.
Well, I'll just roll a lot better than that.
Sure.
9... 14 for the first one?
Oh, you're doing each individual then?
Yeah.
Okay, one moment. Does a 14 pass your save?
No.
Okay, then one of them will pass with a crit to a 24.
That's fair.
Which I'm assuming passes.
Yes.
That'll be the first one, but it takes 14. So half of that's 7, so you destroy it.
Nice.
That's the one that was on Igmaril. The other 3 I'll fail.
18 for one.
Yep.
Ooh, that's 14. Oh, 28.
28 on the second one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 7, 7, 6, 8. 16 for the last
16
one.
on the last one. So number 2 has 18, 3 has 28, 4 has 16, 1 is dead.
I passed my con save to retcon that. Sorry.
Oh.
I forgot. I took damage. But I rolled a natural 19.
Excellent catch.
Yeah.
That is the start of all their turns. So now number 2, 3, and 4 are going to go. 2 and 3 are the 2 on you. So we have 4 attacks.
They have to roll a 30. No, sorry. They have to roll a 26.
26.
My shield's still popped.
They can beat a 26. Which one of them might. One of them, 24 and 25 on the first one.
Nice.
On a 17, 16. Second one rolls. It's a 2 and another 24. So there are chains flying at you, but between your shield still active, doesn't seem to be happening. Which just leaves the last one here. Which, fed up, is going to go after Ornessa again. And will crit. Grappling Ornessa, which will immediately bring her to the ground. She takes 29 points of damage.
Still okay.
Yeah. Still in
She
there.
has levels of exhaustion though, doesn't she?
Yes.
Do any of them affect her combat?
Yes.
Okay.
We're stopping just shy of she can't move anymore. She is pooped.
Yeah.
But that is all of their turns, which brings us to you.
My turn! I'm going to... Let's do another fun little, what's twin spell? Twin. You are up here. Equal to the spell's level. Okay, we're not gonna do that. Yeah, let's do a fun little polymorphon. How's the big guy looking? Sorry.
Pretty nice.
Pretty okay?
Yeah.
How are the other ones looking?
The other ones are varying states of okay. None of them are looking bloodied.
Okay. Then let's go ahead and try again and polymorph the big guy. So that is another wisdom save.
Wisdom save. That is a 12. Oh, let me confirm. He might have proficiency. He does not. That is a 12.
He's a turtle.
Yeah, you cast it on him and he condenses into a turtle.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like a spiny snapping turtle. He's got a lot of spikes coming out of him. They're just kind of...
I am going to drop Spirit Guardians.
Okay. Oh, it would drop, right as you cast it.
Yeah, well, I guess it does cast. So I also don't want him to take damage. And then I'm going to bonus action. Bonus action. Eldritch Blast.
Okay. On
the one directly below me.
Sure.
And we're gonna do all three. Well, should I do all three or one at a time?
You can. The one on you has decent health.
Okay.
You have disadvantage on the attacks.
Yeah.
That's just we're fishing for. Oh, these guys have lower AC.
Oh, that
higher
was
AC.
a crit to a 4, but it's still a 16. That's a hit.
Oh, sorry.
That's a crit to a 5.
Just to confirm,
Yes.
these guys have higher AC.
Okay.
A little bit.
4 was my lowest one there, which would be a 16.
16 just hits.
Then we're
You're
good.
good.
Because it was 4, 5, and 11.
Okay.
But 2 crits negated there, Daniel.
Yeah.
So 18, 3d10, woo, 7, 10, 12, so that's 30.
30 damage?
18, 20, 30 points of force damage to that one.
Ooh, okay, that's easy math.
And then I'm gonna say to no one touch the turtle.
Ornessa's still tangled in this. Okay. I will remove your aura on our battle map.
Thank you.
There you go. Is that your turn?
That was action, bonus action, yes.
Cool. In that case, we go to Igmaril, who is going to make several attacks. She does not really care that much for Ornessa. So she will fly up over you,
And get that one.
landing behind you.
Nice.
And she will...
Either of them is good.
Yeah, she's gonna focus. She'll actually land here. She'll focus the one that you're not focusing on.
Mm-hmm.
Her lowest is she hits on all of them, which is 3d10 plus 98 plus 18. So I roll them separately.
I love it. You go, my girl.
Okay, math. 17 plus 12 plus 16. Total of 63. Oh, 63 damage again.
Nice.
And that's on number 3, which will just erase it. The bits of chain flying out as this thing just is chopped to smithereens. She will then position herself directly over the turtle, holding the blade kind of like over it, but not making a move for it yet. I'm standing at the ready.
Wonderful.
At this point, it's Ornessa's turn. She immediately takes a little bit more damage.
Maybe we can get these guys, Ornessa. You're very tired.
Yeah, starting to look a little hurt as the chains continue to tighten around her. But she will vanish to the ethereal plane then.
Good.
As that is her turn, it is now the enemy's. The turtle here. I'm assuming polymorph blocks things like telepathic communication.
The target's game stats, including mental ability scores, are replaced by the stats of the chosen beast. It retains its alignment and personality. It assumes the hit, blah, blah, blah.
In that case, the turtle is just going to flee.
It can't speak, cast spells, or take any action that requires hands or speech.
Sure.
The target's gear melds. I don't know.
It's just going to move 10 feet north. Just a slow pace to try and get an ally between it and you. Suddenly a little bit frantic in the movements, doesn't really know what it's experiencing right now. The other two are going to go on, though. One focusing you, the other focusing Igmarel. The one on you. Oh, that one's not counting. Okay, it's definitely going to be, the second one's going to miss, but the first one, actually, if the first one hits, it gets advantage on the second one. That is a 26 to hit.
Yeah, it'll hit.
Okay. You take 11 points of slashing damage.
Magical?
It is magical.
Okay.
And you are grappled. While you're grappled, you're restrained. And you'll take damage at the start of your turn. It is then going to re-roll the damage, or re-roll its attack on the second hit, because it has advantage. Still misses. With a 12.
Nice.
But you are now restrained by it. Other one's going to go on Igmarel. And will hit Igmarel, so Igmarel is also restrained. And Igmarel takes 13 points of damage. With that is both of their turns. You're up. Oh, and you immediately take 9 points of slashing damage at the start of your turn.
I need a... Where do you go? Constitute... Nope. I'm going to poke it with a paralyzing touch.
Okay.
22.
22 hits.
I need a con save.
Okay. That is an 11, which is an 18.
What?
Yeah, it has proficiency.
Bruh, it's passed. But it still takes 11 points of psychic damage.
Okay. 11, so he's at 59 taken.
And we're gonna bonus action.
Okay.
Misty Step.
Ooh.
Let me just do the sorcery points. I can't move my guy, but I'm gonna move it.
If you ping at all, I'll move her.
Yeah. We'll move her over here.
Like that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, bonus action.
Yeah.
You have movement if you need it, but...
I'm where I want to be.
Okay. That brings us to Igmarel. Does what she does best. Misses one of her attacks. Misses two of her attacks.
Nice. Not nice. Oh my gosh, sorry. I thought it was missing.
No. But she does do 30 points of damage. to number 4, which brings it to 46 damage taken. It is now handily bloodied. Both of these chain devils are bloodied.
Wonderful.
That is her turn. Oh, she's restrained, so she should have disadvantage. Does not affect this roll. That is her turn. Ornessa's hanging out right now.
Mm-hmm.
It is now the enemies. You have teleported kind of to an awkward position where like the one that you teleported away from has to move around to get to you. Which it's going to try and do. 5, 10, 15, 20. Prompting an opportunity attack from Igmara. Makes it with disadvantage. And hits with a 19.
Nice. You go, girl.
Just kind of like sees that this thing is going after you and in a rage just like swings at it. Taking an additional 22 points of damage. Which brings it to 68 taken. It's looking real bad.
Mm-hmm.
But it does reach you. We'll make 2 attacks. First one is a 27 to hit.
Hits.
Yeah, it does. You take 15 points of slashing damage. You are grappled and restrained. Makes a second attack with advantage. That's a nat 1, advantaged into a 14.
Nice.
So you are wrapped in the chains again, but it's not able to secure a second hit. With that, the other one's going to go on Igmaro with advantage. 2 hits. For an additional 20 points of damage on Igmaro. Who's, doing fine, but not, loving this right now. That is their turns, so we're now back to the top of the turn order with you. Well, they're the top of the turn order, but you're up.
Wonderful.
And restrained still.
Mm-hmm. We're going...
Oh, I need Constitution saving throw.
Thank you, yes. Warcaster.
And I'll need 2.
Yeah.
Because you're going to take damage here.
That is a 18 for the first one.
That will pass. You take an additional 6 points of slashing damage.
And that just needs to be a 10, right?
Yeah.
That's pass.
You have Warcaster?
Yeah.
Oh.
Of course I have Warcaster.
Uh-huh.
It was my... Where'd you go? I don't know. My last level up, I think level 8 feet.
Yeah.
I hit 20 charisma pretty quick.
Fair. But yes, you are up. You've taken your damage for the start of the turn. The one on you, currently grappling you, is not looking the best.
We're gonna do a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Guiding bolt.
Okay.
And at 4th level.
Okay.
Plus 12. The lowest is a 13, 25.
25?
Yeah.
Definitely hits.
So it's 4, 5, 6, 7 D6.
Yep.
Radiant.
Mm-hmm.
8. 16. 26.
26. What does this look like from Brae's perspective?
She kind of presses her hand to the chest of the thing that's grappled her and just infuses it with light.
Yep, light shining through the chains here as this thing just falls away, singed. The chains all uncoiling from you.
Wonderful.
It is deceased.
I'm going to...
You do have a bonus action.
I do. Is it a bonus action to convert sorcery points?
Ooh, it might be.
Bonus action.
Yep.
Cool, I'm gonna convert sorcery points. I'm gonna convert a 4th to 6.
Cool.
I believe.
Yep. Any movement or anything?
No. Yeah. I'm gonna move, back.
Sure.
Just back.
Yeah. Oh, can you ping it?
Move me 30 feet.
Sure. You retreat back. The turtle is moving its way towards a window.
Mm-hmm.
but very sluggishly. With that, it is Igmarel's turn. She takes a little bit more damage. Makes 3 attacks. One will miss. I'm going to roll the damage on that. The first one which hits. 16 damage. Second one hits. Additional lot of damage. And it definitely kills.
Wonderful.
And that's all 3 hits because there was a miss there. But...
And I will just say, please grab the turtle, but don't harm it.
Of course. 5, 10, 15, 20. She can't use her object interaction to pick it up because it is a creature, but on her next turn, she will. Ornessa will pop. They're gonna back.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe to come back now?
For the moment, I'm gonna do some healing.
Okay, she's gonna move over here. To streamline, I'm gonna say...
We have an hour of
yes.
turtle, and I would just want to bring it... Yeah.
Yeah. Igmarel will sheath her sword, because it's an opportunity to pull it up.
Mm-hmm.
Picks up the turtle, which can't really do much in the way of resistance, and will carry it over to the middle of the room here.
Mm-hmm.
It is the 3 of you here.
Wonderful. I'm gonna twin spell 4th level Cure Wounds.
Yep.
To myself and Igmarel.
Sure.
So that's Cure Wounds is 1d8 plus 6. So 4d8 plus 6 to each of us. Do I roll them together?
Yes.
5, 6.
Correct me if I'm wrong. This
19 healing to Igmarel and I.
I may have ruled this a different way. Cure Wounds on you.
Yeah.
As an undead.
We ruled it that I can cure myself with the Blessing of Lyra.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's 19.
19.
To me and Igmarel.
Lovely.
Bonus action, I'm going to get my sorcery points back.
Yep.
Please hold your actions, friends.
Yep. They're going to prepare actions. Why not? I'll say reroll initiative.
Reroll?
Yep. Wow, somehow it's...
A natural 20.
Significantly worse. Actually, no, she went up by 1.
No. I'm a natural 20.
20.
I rolled a 19.
Gonna roll. I did not roll anything above a 6 in all of these initiatives. As he has a -1 dex. You resort. You have the initiative for whatever you're gonna do.
Cool. 4th level. I'm doing some Sorlock stuff. So 4th level Cure Wounds, and then spend a bonus action, get those sorcery points back.
Mm-hmm.
Twin spell, so 4d8 plus 6 to me and Ornessa.
Okay.
10, 16, 22 to Ornessa and I.
Mm-hmm. 2.
How's she looking?
Good. She's only taken 13 damage now.
Okay, I'm gonna leave her at that and just say when the fighting starts again, just hang out in the ethereal unless you're needed here. Unless you think you're needed here. And then one more time to me and Igmarel. Ooh, 10, 18, 28. How's that roll?
Heals Igmarel to full... Sorry, Ornessa's waiting on the ethereal plane?
Yeah.
Cool.
And then I will just say, you ready to kill this guy?
Looking the turtle like directly in the eye, Igmarel sort of is quietly, always.
Wonderful. I'm going to cast Let me just double check. Wonderful. I'm gonna move my full movement away, probably this way.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. So you're in the back kind of corner of the room now.
Cool. And as I'm running, I'm gonna cast haste on Igmral.
Okay. Which will immediately cause this thing to pop out.
Mm-hmm.
And will trigger Igmaral's attacks.
Wonderful.
All 3 of them. My goodness.
4.
This thing has...
4.
it doesn't trigger her hasted one, because that's an extra thing on a turn.
Okay. This is just a held action.
Igmaral has to roll a 1 to miss. She does not. So it's 18 plus... it's 38 plus 58. Oh, gee. 67 points of damage. As you
58 plus 38?
Oh, no, total is 67.
So 58 plus 67?
No, total is 67.
Oh, that he's taken. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, he's taken 67, and he's taking an additional 67, which is 134.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm getting better at my math.
You're better at math.
Which means he is now closer to bloodied.
No, this one of stupid guys that gets a little buff at bloodied.
No, he's bloodied. But that is going to be the readied actions here. We're back in initiative order.
So I go first.
I'm going to say that was your turn.
That was my turn.
Yeah, because you're casting.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's what I kind of assumed.
If you're going to quicken something, you can, though.
And why not? Quicken a 4th level guiding bolt.
Okay.
And that is 4, 5, 76 if I hit. 12, 24.
24, yeah. Oh, I'm going to say, this guy, don't roll in that 1, and you're probably fine.
Okay.
He's got no armor on. He's just spiky.
7, 18, 19, 20, 22, 26. Woo! 32 points of radiant damage, and the next attack roll against him has advantage.
Okay. Looking not great. We go to Igmaral's turn. First attack is advantage. And we'll hit. I'm going to roll my attacks first. Second 2 attacks.
Wait, sorry. You said I could quicken something. I could have only quickened a cantrip.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, we can redo that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Apologies.
Yep.
Yes. So I'll quicken Eldritch Blast.
I'm going to honor... I rolled several times as Igmaral and they all hit.
Okay.
Without critting, so...
Those all hit.
Okay. Oh, I see. This works out better for you.
No, it's like 3d10 instead of 76.
Yeah, but plus 15.
Oh, true. 9, 10, and 6, 10, 19, 25, plus 18.
Uh-huh.
That's actually probably better.
Yeah, a little bit. Cantrip.
43.
Yeah. 43 plus 34 is 77?
43 plus 30, yeah.
Cool. 177 damage taken. Yeah, he's looking real bad.
Nice.
The only dice I'm going to roll for Igmaral to hit is her hasted attack. Which hits, what do you know? So that's going to be... I'm just going to write down the numbers as they come up. It's 18, 24 base with her bonus. Plus 4 numbers. 14 plus 15.
230.
Plus 16.
246.
Plus... Last one is 20.
266.
260 damage. Overkilled by about 30.
Yeah.
Igmar's putting your hasted action to work, where she just like keeps just chopping this thing down until there's just bone on the ground.
Nice.
Kind of like sitting back, kind of breathing heavily, not from being hurt, but just the exertion of murder. We find ourselves no longer in an area of combat.
Whew. Well, that was exhilarating.
A moment passes. And as that calm kind of like falls over this place, you can hear guards rushing in, kind of turn, they're all like filing in here. As Noreen is kind of peeking around the corner in here, she's flanked by guards as well. You can see Legan behind her. Just looking at like the aftermath of just this bloodbath in here, massive hole in one side of the room that they came out of. Noreen, confused, doesn't even know what to say.
I will approach her.
Yeah.
And give like a little bow and grab her hands.
Yeah.
Her husband disappeared into a fine mist, correct?
Yeah, he has not returned yet.
I'm so sorry.
Where is he?
I don't think he's coming back.
You can see tears welling in the eyes, confusion, almost like in this moment, like she kind of like tries to tug her hand away from you a little bit.
I'll let her if she goes to do that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I thought...
It seems that these creatures, wherever they came from, they had the ability to send one there. We were able to get away from it thanks to our capabilities, but your husband was not so lucky.
He's gone.
I give like a solemn nod.
In the back of your mind, you hear just the sweetest giggle.
And I'll respond, "You're free."
How free?
To go rest.
Oh, yeah, okay. You can feel her presence kind of drifting. She's going back to your airship. Very sluggishly at that.
Yeah.
But as this happens, I'm gonna say, for the story you've told, make me a persuasion check. Because there is a chance... Actually, I'll say make me a deception check.
They're the same.
Yeah. There is a chance that Noreen rejects you here and sees this as like you failing to protect her.
23.
But she doesn't. Brae.
Yes.
How can I become stronger like you? My people, they
need you.
Look at what those things did to them.
I am so sorry. There was no casualties after what happened to your husband, if that grants you any comfort.
She is going to like take your hand, like kind of reach out for it and clasp it. You don't understand. I don't understand. I need power for my people.
Let us go and figure this out.
Yes, of course. And you can see guards coming in and trying to like file around her here, but she seems entirely focused on you.
I'll signal to the guards. Please clean this up. We have a party tonight.
Love it. Yeah. Immediately they start to do this, and you become aware that the power dynamic is fully shifted here. Like there's like no questioning of what you've said. And Noreen isn't leading you anywhere.
I lead her back to her room where
like the sitting area is.
Okay.
Where we first discussed power dynamics.
She sits down, still visibly shaken.
I'll go over to the liquor cabinet.
Yep.
And pour 2 glasses of something strong.
Yeah.
Like a double,
There's,
you know.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Fingers of whiskey type deal.
Yeah.
Give one to her. Take one for myself. Power is what separates the strong from the weak. And I can tell that you can be one strong woman. You have potential.
Do you think so?
I do.
There's been so much bloodshed these last few days. You've been a beacon of hope and joy within that.
I do my best. I think it will take a day or two till we can get this all squared away. There'll be a contract of sorts. You do some things for me, I'll give you some of my power. I will protect you for a time, but I must go shortly on to the next item on the agenda.
Will your magic stay with me if I uphold this contract?
Yes.
That seems to bring her a little bit of peace.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I await your terms.
I will pull out I kind of want to give her the Staff of Frost, but I'm not going to.
Mm-hmm.
I will pull out my sapphire necklace.
Mm-hmm.
And fasten it around her neck if she'll let me.
Yeah, she kind of bows her head.
It's not much. I know you have more in the way of jewelry. But take this as a reminder of me, and we'll get working on that contract.
Of course.
I know you may not want to revel in a time of great sadness such as this, but I believe it is what the people need. We can work on fixing that hole in the floor. I'll probably go and see what's down there and how they came out. But it won't happen again while I'm here. Or if it does, I will deal with them.
I understand. And I trust you.
Thank you.
We are not prone to prayer here in Wellington. But I swear to it, I'll keep you in mind.
Wonderful. Maybe a building in the town, a nice one, could turn into some sort of temple. To me. A shrine, if you will.
We will have one in the throne room, to be certain.
Wonderful.
That is where you led this revelry. And my husband, the king, he honored you whenever he could.
And he will be greatly remembered for that. Now, I must go ensure things are in order for tonight. Should you need anything, please come find me.
Of course.
And with that, I will turn and depart.
Yep.
And go back to the throne room and find Igmoril.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Igmar's here just kind of like inspecting the bodies.
Yeah. Can I loot them?
Yeah.
I always forget about looting it.
Uh-huh. You find... I'm gonna roll some dice. There are...
Looking for, loot, but also any, identifiers, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What these were, or
Mhm.
exactly where they came from, that type of thing.
Yeah, the chief fiend here has a weapon on him that he wasn't using to fight. It seems to be a glaive. The stat block form has something different, but in this case we'll say a glaive.
Okay.
Appears to be non-magical though.
Okay.
There are fiendish engravings on it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a mountain range, the profile of it along the blade, this kind of wavy line. Not really writing, but seems to be of a particular landscape, one that you're not familiar with.
Okay.
Among the lesser bodies, you find pouches with a mix of gold coins.
Mm-hmm.
Again, the likes of which you've never seen. They are very crude circles, which implies a very, very great sense of age. But all in all, there are 52 gold here, in coinage that seems to be either very old or even outlandish, maybe from a different place altogether than the lands you're familiar with.
Can I put it in with my other gold, or
Sure.
keep it separate?
Unless you want to note that you have this gold,
Yeah.
it functions the same as regular gold.
Yeah, I'll just note.
Sure.
Unless I specify that I spend those ones,
Yeah.
I'm spending with the regular ones.
You also find a whole bunch of chains on these things.
Mm-hmm.
Their bodies were basically clothed in it, wrapped
Mm-hmm.
in spiked chain. And it is made out of a material that's kind of curious, a very dark gray, almost like black metal. Silly question. Brae isn't proficient with smith's tools by chance.
No.
Then no. Then you're not able to identify any similar metals to this.
Mm-hmm.
But it appears very heavy for its size. Even a thin length of chain has a lot of weight to it.
Igmarel, can we take some of that for the ship?
Absolutely. She goes and drops her sword to break it, and it doesn't break. She has to go in and
Is it similar
spin
to her sword?
Yes, it almost.
Adamantine?
It looks similar enough that I would say Brae would assume it's adamantine. Whether or not it is, it's hard to say if there's a technicality there. But Igmarel has to resort to unwrapping a section of chain rather than just breaking it with the sword.
Mm-hmm.
And she will gather up armfuls of it. She's pretty strong, and she will, with your permission, begin flying it back to the ship.
Not yet. I would like to just check out where they came from.
Of course. Yeah. Oh, she's gonna fly you down?
Yeah.
Okay. She'll leave the chains and descend carefully, kind of gliding down this tunnel here. You can see that they seem to whatever they used to tunnel up was very rapid. You pass through the lower levels of the hallways, and then down into the mountain where you come out in that massive cavern where you broke the seal, keeping magic at bay here. Igmarel flies to kind of the center island, sets you down before kind of peering out over the water here. If they came up, it would have been from below the water.
Can I look in the water?
Yep. Make me a perception check. With your devil's sight, I will say not with disadvantage.
Guidance. 18.
Okay. Yeah, you can see where the water here, it's not draining. But there is a disturbance, maybe some bubbles coming up, some last little bits of air escaping. Igmarel can't really fly you over because she can't hover.
Yeah.
But she can fly and do a loop around, and there is a tunnel deep down into the earth here. Are we planning on swimming down? I know a great deal of fiendish things live below the surface of the world. Your mother encountered many of them on her travels.
Do you need to breathe? I think so.
I believe so. I'm gonna say yes, she does.
How long can you hold your breath for?
Probably about 5 minutes.
Let's just take a quick look. I don't need to breathe. I just
You dive in? Yeah. Your swim speed, if you don't have one, is just half your movement speed. Ignoril is the same. You begin to swim along. You can see, I think, clearly underwater, right?
Devil's Sight?
Yeah. Is it dark vision?
It's normally in darkness, both magical and non-magical, to a distance of 120 feet.
Oh, it's okay, good. So you wouldn't have disadvantage on the perception check. And you can see normally, so there's not even a dark vision thing. Yeah, so you are almost leading Ignoril here. She has... Never mind, she has True Sight. Swimming down, the tunnel just extends. And you can descend as far as you'd like, but the 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes will elapse, and Ignoril will touch you and signal that she has to swim up.
I'll give her an okay. And I'm gonna fire... Can I fire a Scorching Ray? You don't have to target...
Yeah, you can target an object.
Yeah.
So I'll say... I mean, your True Sight takes you to 120 feet anyway. So what's the range on a firebolt? 150?
Oh, it's also 120.
Yeah, so you...
Okay, so
firebolt
it doesn't really matter. Okay, that's fine. It just seems like, looks like it keeps on going.
It looks like it goes down quite a ways, and you cannot see the bottom. You could potentially try and delve deeper. Though the more you swim down, the more you feel drawn in. Could be just the water pressure pushing you down, but it seems like the more you descend, the harder it is to swim back up.
I want to see where it goes. No, I'll swim up.
Okay. You swim up. Ignoril meets you. Are we returning to the surface? Did you find anything?
No, but I don't think we're done here.
No?
We are for now, but I meant in general. Let's head up. Let's get ready for tonight's festivities.
Of course. She will fly you back up. Are you just looking to prepare for the evening?
Mending
Yes.
all my clothes.
For sure. You can get a couple short rests in if you want. But I leave that to your desire to bookkeep.
Yeah, I'll get a couple spell slots. I'm gonna up my first.
It is, you got like 4 in at 8 a.m., so it's about noon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this excursion took an hour, so it's 1 o'clock. Parties can start whenever you want them to. Ornessa won't be participating in this one.
Fair, I want to make sure she's sleeping.
Yeah.
So let's head back to the ship, make sure everything is all good there.
Yep. You return to the ship, and immediately when you get there, it is much more out of the water than it was.
I will board my ship.
Yes. Miria salutes you as you approach.
I take it things are going well?
Yes, he seems to know what he's doing. The spell's not complete yet, but given the elevation of our ship, I'd say it's a good sign.
Wonderful. I want to go check them out.
Yep.
Them being the runes.
Yeah. You go down, you see the apprentice here casting very earnestly. The runes have started to glow faintly, and they are holding together in a ring, which is softly, gently rotating.
It looks like you're making good progress down here.
You can see, strain in his face as he wants to, turn and respond to you, but he cannot, as he's still using verbal components to cast.
Keep what you're doing. Thank you. You get it flying. Come enjoy the festivities.
More earnestly, trying to cast.
If not, keep working. Please. And thank you.
There's he's trying to respond, but it comes up as a mumbled grunt, and keeps casting. At this point, I'm not sure if you have anything else to do, but if you'd like to roll on the carousing table.
I don't think I have anything... Oh, I want to go check in on Legan.
Yeah. You find him. Where do you look for him?
I'll go back to the castle.
Yes. You find him in the street, like on the gateway here, observing over the druids and their activities. He turns and sees you, and his
I
face...
should probably go talk to them.
His face lights up.
Hello.
My lady.
I have a request for you.
Anything.
A serious one.
Of course.
I need you to take even greater care of the queen.
How do you mean?
I mean, I'm assuming as a knight you would give your life for her.
Absolutely.
But give your soul for her.
My soul?
If that's what the cost is. You protect her with your life, your body, your mind, and your soul.
Make me a persuasion check with advantage, because you do have a connection to this one.
That's a base 18, so 28.
28. There's a moment of concern over his face as he's trying to like parse this. He makes a religion check. Do you think something will happen to demand such a price from me?
Those things that came from the depths. I pray there's no more of them, but should more come through, I need you to protect your queen with all that you are. I will leave some things for her to be able to defend herself, or I will leave her with some ways to defend herself. But I need to know that those that are here are willing to sacrifice everything to keep her safe.
I am willing.
Excellent.
I would do anything for her. And all that again for you.
Stop. Excellent.
It kind of gives a deep bow. Are you going to be spending the night in the castle again?
Well, of course I have a party to attend, don't I?
There's like even more like relief on his face that you're staying another night.
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. I look forward to it.
Yes. I actually would like to turn around
Yeah.
and go talk to those druids.
Okay. They're all...
Is Igmeril with me?
Igmeril is not currently with you.
I will send to her
and
say, meet me at the druids. ASAP, Rocky. Por favor. Those words exactly.
Yeah, those are... You can like see the wings flare out from a distance and...
Wonderful.
Kind of folding, hand resting on her sword a little bit.
And I'll message, be ready just in case.
Of course.
I'd like to go directly into their camp.
Yep.
And find the like head guy that was kind of talking and in charge last time.
Yep. They all like turn as they see you. You're not in disguise right now?
No.
Okay.
Have I ever been in disguise with them?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But then they just know who you are from before.
Mm-hmm.
There's like murmurings.
Mm-hmm.
Some hands kind of point. The leader, looking at you, rises, kind of sways as he walks over. Hello.
I need some information from you.
Do you?
I do. We give it willingly.
It depends on the information you seek.
Can we go somewhere more private?
This place is as private as any.
And I'll gesture to the people around him.
They are as much guests of this world as I am. There is nothing I could share that they do not already know.
What do you know of Morlal? Morlal.
That is the name of a fiend. Though it must be a minor one. Is that what attacked your people?
That and some small chained things.
Ah. Members of the chained chorus.
What is this chained chorus? I guess actually no. I would know from talking to that princey guy in the. No, I'll ask him what he knows.
The chained chorus.
Mm-hmm.
In the first days of creation, when Arizol made this place, there was a line of kings who cast their foes down beneath the earth. These creatures, these fiends, became known as the Chained Chorus, for they were confined there in great numbers. Morlau must be one of these, and it sounds as though you vanquished his kin.
That I did.
Which says to me that they were not particularly powerful.
That they were not. What is this prophecy? The whole thing. You've told me parts. Now I'd like to know the whole.
What parts have I told you?
Just that it was foretold that I was coming. They've come to bear witness to the apocalypse. The unmaking. Marks of Lunan Foss are on me.
There are many cryptic things we druids have seen.
Enlighten me.
We are but one arm of the Verum Doranai, the druids of the Mother Isle. My kin and I received visions of the ending of the world.
And how did it look? What happened?
We bore witness to the Maker, to his mighty hammer, Lunan Foss. And he gestures up. It's about midday getting to afternoon, but you can see the moon in the sky kind of faintly.
Mm-hmm.
And he points up at it, swinging it down again.
The moon.
The hand goes from a point to like more of a gentle gesture.
Mm-hmm.
His hammer, which was in size and form and likeness that of the moon. With it, and he sounds like he's like quoting something now, he ground the formless earth into sand, created the Mar, and pushed up the mountains of the Spine and the Warden's Crown. And so he crafted the Mother Isle, drew her up from the waters, and from her departed the Daughter Isles. From Palrelis and Palsalon to Salapaja, the Kindle Cradle and Gavlock, and many others besides. So the world was made, and so it will be unmade.
So this Lunan Foss is going to come down and smash the world.
It will not on its own accord.
Only if things get too bad.
Arizol cast many fiends to the world below. One of these was his son, Raeolus,
Raeolus?
the Unmaker.
R-A-Y.
Reolus. Raeolus was the greatest of the fiends, for his was the greatest tragedy of Arizol. The Maker cast him down first, and when he returns, when he emerges from his slumber, he will wield the hammer and unmake the plane. He points. We've seen a figure much like you in our visions of the end. but your place in them is inconsistent. I have seen you standing against the Unmaker, and I have seen you in his arms. Whatever role you play, it is clear to myself and my kin, he kind of gestures around him, that you are crucial to the end. Have I answered your questions?
For now, thank you.
Gives almost like a mocking bow. Like he doesn't take pleasantries very seriously. But there is an earnestness that he looks at you with. Don't take too much time. If it's true that your actions will bring about our glorious conclusion, I should hope to live to see it, to bear witness to the end.
We certainly shall see, and I'll turn and leave.
Okay. Igmaril has been here for this, has heard all of it. Kind of turns, almost wings out to shelter you.
What do you think?
Brae, I am an old creature. I have heard of this Rhaeolus. Prophecy surrounding him can only spell disaster. We must be cautious. When it comes to believing what these people say, and when it comes to our actions surrounding any prophecy. If you have appeared in visions, I'm sure it's not the first time, but I advise we tread lightly.
That we will. Appreciate having you around. Now, what do you say we go party?
There's a faint smile.
Wonderful. And I'll head back and just make sure everything's cleaned up in the throne room. And
yes, the guards are working on as best they can. Yeah. If there are burials, they're happening in the midst of the partying, but
Wonderful.
The priorities have firmly shifted.
Kind of a wake.
Yeah. Priorities have firmly shifted now to
You've won a bar.
we're doing what Brae wants.
Nice.
As the festivities kick off, would you like to roll on the carousing table?
Absolutely, I do.
Okay.
Where's my carousing notes? Alrighty, what are we rolling again? Just D100 to start?
D100 plus your level.
Plus 11.
Yes.
12.
12.
You want 001.
Oh, roll me a D10.
10.
Wow, okay. So you have rolled the two basically worst results you could roll.
Oh!
Because you can't roll a 1 to 10.
No, I can roll the 1. 12 is the lowest I can roll.
So 1 to 10 category, I wrote something for it just in case, but you can't roll that. You have rolled the 11 to 20 category. Oh, I got a cat to put out.
11 to 20? I wonder what's gonna happen. It can't be good if it's the worst thing I can roll, but also, I am revelry.
What's that?
Said it can't be. It could be bad because it's the lowest I can roll. But
I will confirm it is the worst you can roll, and you also rolled the worst thing you could roll on the D10. No, you didn't. You rolled pretty chill.
But I am revelry, so.
So, this is also probably one that you will eventually grow out of because it goes up to 20.
Yeah.
You find yourself, the party's going well. Maybe it's the fight. Maybe it's the fact that Ornessa's not here. Maybe it's the talk of prophecy.
It's the draw to that tunnel.
Could be. A lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
There is discord in the air. All of a sudden, as the party blurs and moves around you, you kind of like snap back to what's happening. And it's not a party at all. Your hands are bound. There is a rope around your neck. And 1 knight and 6 commoners are in the process of attempting to hang you, claiming that you have orchestrated the rising of these fiends and the death of the king. You have also expended your top 5 spell slots of the highest level.
Just 5 of them?
Yes. So what's your highest level spell slot?
4th.
Yes, you've expended 5 4th level spell slots.
Oh no.
Hey, I do what I can.
Okay.
As you kind of like snap to as like the floor drops beneath you. So you're being like choked, can't breathe. What are you doing?
I don't know if I need to roll initiative, but I'm gonna grab my... Nah, let's have fun. I'm gonna upcast Scorching Ray.
Yep.
To 4th level. So it is 3 rays of fire.
Okay.
So for 5 rays of fire.
Yep.
1 to the rope.
Sure.
Am I able to...
Yeah, you immediately, and you drop. It's worth noting you weren't choked because you don't need to breathe.
Yeah.
Right, like it's, yeah.
How many commoners?
6 commoners, 1 knight.
Cool. Do I need to roll with a plus 12?
No, I'll say if you're directing them, they'll hit people. The only variable is the knight.
Cool. I hit 4 commoners.
Yeah. Just immediately just incinerated, dropped out. Leaving just 2 and the knight here, who are like stumbling back in fear. One of the commoners with a pitchfork, the other with a torch. The knight kind of like drawing a sword. Demon.
Oh, now that's not nice. Is it Felumvar that's Godkin?
Yes.
That's not no way to treat a Felumvar now, is it?
I don't care what you pretend to be. You've taken our king from us.
I did no such thing. I saved your kingdom.
You've
poisoned. And now you will not live to see it thrive. I don't know if he has an action.
He will attempt to make an attack against you. 2 attacks against you. Attacking, he actually has a great sword. He is going to roll an unnatural 20.
Misses.
And a 14.
Misses.
So you're able to kind of like just lean out of the way. Burned rope kind of around your neck.
Yeah. No. And I'm gonna poke him right between the eyes with a paralyzing touch.
Yeah.
29.
29. And he fails the save handily.
So he is paralyzed. 7 points of psychic damage.
Okay. As he like whole body freezes up. The other 2 commoners are like, one of them's getting ready to flee. The other one kind of like shaking, like too scared to move as he like fight or flight.
No. You may have the misguided notion that I brought this upon your village. There were vampires here and I killed them. There was discord here and I fixed it. The queen is under my control. And this town will thrive, but you will burn. Scorching Ray.
Cool. You can blast the 2 commoners if you'd like.
It's 3, so commoner,
Knight?
knight.
Sure. Your knight, make an attack roll. If you're within 5 feet of him, which I assume you are,
yeah,
it would be disadvantaged, but because he's paralyzed, disadvantage. If you hit him, it's a crit.
Nice.
So it's 4d6 if you hit. You could miss.
It could miss.
Yeah, he's got plate on.
23.
It hits.
Cool.
for a cool... what are you? 2d6 fire? 8 points of fire damage.
Points. How long is he paralyzed for?
A minute.
And he remakes a save?
I believe so.
Cool. He will waste a turn. What's the DC?
18?
Okay. Yeah,
no, sorry, 16.
16? He fails.
Okay. And I'm gonna charm that bad boy.
Okay.
Where's my charm? Wisdom save.
Wisdom save? That's a 10.
That's a fail.
Oh, hang on. No, he has advantage on frightened saves.
He's charmed.
Yeah.
The commoners are dead.
Yeah.
Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Wonderful. Now you're gonna come with me. After a minute when he's unparalyzed.
He actually unparalyzes right as you do that because he rolls a
Wonderful.
19.
Come now. We have places to be. And I'll take him to my ship.
Yep. Lead him up.
Yep. And I...
Igmorl sort of...
No.
Where were you?
Pardon?
Where were you? Your
They
clothes
tried-
are filthy.
Yeah, they tried to hang me. They're dead. This one's not. I'd like to eat him. But...
They thought that would work.
silly little humans who are not versed in magic.
Shall I extend punishment to any of the others who allowed this to happen?
They're dead.
I understand.
My darling, be a dear and go sit over there. I'll lead him down into the common
The main
area.
Yeah, he just kind of sits there.
And I will. How long does it last?
The charm?
24 hours?
Yeah, it's a day.
Wonderful. I would like you to sit here and think of all the ways that you have done wrong in your life. Everyone you have let down or disappointed. I need you to think real hard of your actions. And when I come back, we'll have a chat.
Gives you a dutiful nod.
Don't move.
It's very still.
And I'll go back to the party.
Sure.
And continue partying.
Yeah. For another day?
Well, no. When Arnessa wakes up,
Mm-hmm.
I'll write her a little note. Find me or contact me when you wake up. Stick it on her door.
Honestly, yeah. She probably wants a few days to rest out because you lose 1 exhaustion per day.
I'll give her a day just to get back up 1, and then I want to eat this guy.
Sure.
Yeah, feed.
Yeah, it's the morning when this happens, so she's
okay.
probably
Cool.
right.
So I'll grab her.
Yeah.
My dear, to the dude. Have you thought of all the ways you've ever let anyone in your life down?
I have.
How many ways have you failed?
He launches into various explanations, mostly stemming from his duty as a knight to protect.
I'll go and kind of sit on his lap, drape myself off across his shoulders, and finger on the shh. We're gonna have some fun now, okay?
All right.
And I'll gesture for Arnessa to come over.
Yeah.
I think she'd like a little kiss.
I see. And Arnessa's gonna kind of cuddle up on the other side, and we'll begin to put some moves on there.
Draining kiss, because
yes,
if he's charmed by me, she can do it.
Yeah. She'll be fairly to the point. She's tired, she's not in the mood for. Well, with a fairly decent roll, does not beat that. I will roll damage just to see. Nope. You've done 15 damage. He had 52 health. Ornessa rolls.
Oh, I didn't realize it has to go down to...
Yeah, it does. There's a chance. But she rolled 40 base, and she has a little modifier to it. So
Nice.
Immediately just draws out the soul.
And we will go put it in the phylactery.
Yeah, wherever that is.
Wherever that is.
As afterwards she kind of like pushes the body down, and still like lounging, kind of like, wow, Brae, that was such a nice gift.
Oh, you're welcome. That was the worst night of carousing yet.
Oh
But
no.
it ended up being kind of fun.
Brae, that's because I wasn't there.
Probably, but you still need to rest.
That's
So
true.
now that you've had a little snack,
Yeah.
kind of.
Well, I gave it, back.
Isn't that kind of like bulimia? Inner thoughts.
Yeah.
Please go rest again.
Okay. Can I
Tomorrow is our last day in Wellington. I would like to work on that pact with the Queen. And
Yes.
then we're off to the Fairwood. So
Oh, Brae, I had so many thoughts about that.
wonderful.
She like has like a whole like big page written in front.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've been working on anything, but I've been
Little
working
bit.
on stuff.
Wonderful. Let's chat about it tomorrow.
Okay. She kind of heads in.
And we'll do one more day and night of partying.
Okay, roll on that table.
Let's see if we can do better than... That's the worst
I know.
you can possibly roll. If it was a 0
Yeah.
and then 0, 0, that would have been 100.
Yeah.
But it was 0, 0, 1.
Yeah.
72. Lots of gold.
Yep. And you're rolling all the chill ones.
I know.
Yeah. I will roll.
We might stay an extra day to do some more. Was it a 5 days or a week we were gonna stay?
You've already been for a while.
Well, we were gonna do 5 to a week of party.
Yeah.
And I don't remember what it was, but let's say a week because I want to keep rolling. We'll give Vanessa time to sleep it off.
You receive 360 gold.
Wonderful. Let me put that in here.
And I will roll a d4.
I have to add that because that's a lot of numbers that don't add nicely. 360?
Yeah.
3.
Oh my.
Oh my. Do I get another pet?
No.
Oh.
And in fact, because of the result I rolled... No, we'll make it work.
What did you roll? Because 3 is...
I rolled a 4.
Okay.
As you carouse,
Mm-hmm.
things go much better this night.
Wonderful. People are... We're... I'm on a high.
Yeah.
I'm feeding and killing those stupid little guys.
Yeah. You spot a few more, like, dissidents, but you're just able to kind of, like...
I note their faces.
Yeah.
To tell Ornessa.
Yes. And honestly, you can kind of just send them her way. Because she's around just resting.
Yeah.
But everything is going well. The queen is there.
Mm-hmm.
Reserved, but, like, thoroughly taken by, like, the party.
Mm-hmm.
Gambling goes well. There are many travelers who can, like, see the lights and hear the music from afar.
Mm-hmm.
Who travel in, gamble all their money away. And already there is almost like a chant that goes up in your name.
Brae, Brae, Brae,
Yeah.
Brae.
Kind of, but almost has more of a hymn quality to it. Where it's like it's already something's taking shape.
Ooh. Ooh, I like it.
You're still rolling the lower one, so there's nothing further on that. However, as we jump cut to your consciousness, you find yourself aboard your ship.
Uh-huh.
Ornessa sort of like peeking through the door at you. Oh, Brae.
Yes.
I know I wasn't supposed to do anything, but someone came by last night. And I think maybe you should just, like, meet him.
Who?
I come in.
Yeah?
She, ta-da! And tied very neatly to the bedpost is a gentleman, human, very neatly trimmed beard, all black hair, in the finest, like, silk, almost like a corset or like a vest that you've ever seen. It is so fine, in fact, that you have seen similar makes of it
Mm-hmm.
maybe twice before on your mother and on Valencia. This gentleman is very clearly wearing a Valindra piece. As Ornissa kind of like goes over and like ruffles up his hair, kind of like, he has something he wants to tell you.
Oh? What would that be, good sir?
So unhand me. I am a servant of Valindra.
Oh.
As you can tell by my very fine attire, which is being wrinkled by my being here.
I apologize for that.
I came for what sounded like revelry.
Yes.
And while I am very impressed by the performances, I find myself here clearly too many drinks in, and would like to return on my way.
Yes.
He kind of like looks up like angrily at Ornissa.
Well, it seems you found yourself in our company.
And?
How would you get back to Madame Valindra?
I am traveling north to Usai with a shipment of silks. I simply mean to return on my way.
Silks from where?
From the Imperium. They were passed along through Willowvale some time ago. I just met the courier halfway and relieved him of the silk. It's been very difficult to acquire silks reasonably as of late.
Interesting.
But I'm hoping to get it up there. We have a great deal of demand for Madame Valindra's attire. And, well, she would be very grateful if you would release me and let me go on my way.
How did you acquire these silks?
I purchased them, or rather, Madame Valindra purchased them. If it was through illicit means, I'm not at liberty to say.
How much would enough to make a garment cost? Raw silk, I mean. I wouldn't want to steal from Madame Valindra, but I might have some interest in some fine silk myself.
Kind of frowns a little bit. I'm not at liberty to give away prices or to barter. I'm merely a craftsman of fine clothing and very much an apprentice of Madame Valindra herself. She sets the prices. I don't believe they're negotiable, but I don't believe she ever sells the silk. It's always dresses or garments, which are of the highest quality. This airship would probably be about the price of one very fine article of clothing from her.
Oh, I know how much they cost.
Then you know how valuable I am and how I should be let go of this place with my dignity intact.
I think it's a little late for that.
When it's sort of like, what are we doing here?
I want some of that silk.
I mean, we can just leave him here and go get it.
But I don't want to be on Valindra's bad side.
Well, no, I think she makes like really nice dresses.
Exactly. Think there's enough in the vaults for one of those dresses?
I mean, if we empty it, I still have to get rid of the body.
That's true. I don't want to empty the vaults. How much for your vest? Is it magical?
Not particularly. It's as mundane as you can get. I made it myself.
Show me this silk, and I'll...
Vanessa has like a claw that comes out as you say that. I'll cut him down. Come on, get up. Kind of like shamefully kind of like gets up. Vanessa kind of like cracking her tail to kind of hurry him up. Like, come on. As he kind of leads you out. There are two horses and a small cart. Set up several hundred feet away from the airship, which he leads you to. And inside there are several very large trunks. 6 altogether, 3 stacked 2 high. All sealed with a very like sturdy looking gold lock. Each one has its own. As you can see, this is them.
Are the silks themselves Magical or just fine?
Oh, incredibly so.
Magical or fine?
Both. It's said that, well, some theorize that Paurelis is a magical hotspot, the capital, a ley line. But if you believe what some say, the spiders who spin the silk that is in these trunks have very similar magic, leading some to believe that Pinbury, home of these spiders, is in fact the elves' true ley line. I don't know if that's true or what people speculate on, but ley lines produce some of the most powerful magic in all of Shallowhaven. And the magic that Madame Valindra draws from these materials is comparable to that, I would say, at the very least.
Remember how much did you pay for all 6 trunks?
I didn't. We arranged a buyer beforehand. I'm simply meant to take it to Usai.
I will be needing to collect a finder's fee.
A finder's fee? You can...
I found you, didn't I?
Gets a little, flush, that avoids eye contact. Found me, yes. I'd prefer you keep that as discreet as possible, but Madame Valindra will clearly reward you if I inform her tactically of the situation.
What did he say?
Tactically?
Tactically how?
Leaving as many details out as possible.
Oh, so tactfully.
Yes.
You silly goose. Do you think this gratitude would come with a deal on some garments, maybe? A garment?
I could hardly say for certain. Kind of looks back at your airship. You're clearly a very wealthy woman. If you believe you could afford it, I'm sure her gratitude would extend first to a finder's fee, as gratitude for saving primarily the silk, but also I'm a valued member of the guild. And if you were to put that finder's fee into a request for her, I'm sure you could look at that as a discount.
How are you getting there?
By horse and cart.
I think we could get you there faster.
In your airship?
Where was the Silk Fleet last I'd heard? They were south, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Towards Visalora.
Usai's north.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usai's north. Yes, I suppose that could be... I don't know how I'd bring the horses on.
They can stay here. They'll be safe.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh, never mind. It's plus 10. 22.
Yep. Yes, I suppose that would be acceptable. I'll just have to find a way to load the silks on.
Oh, easy.
How long are you going to be here?
A few more days.
I see.
Maybe a little pit stop in the Fairwood.
The Fairwood,
Is where they showed us kind of on the not on the way but north, or is it south?
Yeah, I mean your airship travels 3 hexes a day.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy to dip in and out.
Yeah. Okay.
You're dealing with some pretty decent movement in that area.
Yeah.
But he gets a little pale at the mention of the Fairwood. Mm-hmm. I'm a human.
Yes.
I would be...
under my protection.
If you say so. The Imperium is quite hostile to non-Fey folk.
I guess I'm wearing it up too, but I point to the ears.
Yeah.
You could stay on the airship. We'll only be there momentarily.
I suppose. Kind of gives a shaky nod.
How far is it up to Usai? I don't have the map with me.
I don't either.
Oh, okay, that's fine. We'll figure it out later when it's not.
Sometime.
It's not a this session thing.
I want to say it's pretty quick.
I'm thinking of like up, over, back, of like up, get some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's a matter of days.
Mm-hmm.
At this point, it has been... Oh, I don't even have my day. I'll fix that later. We're mid-December, though.
We've been here carousing for 5 days.
Yes.
After, like, all the crazy stuff. 5 days of carousing.
Yeah. As he sort of, like, huffs to himself and, like, will kind of direct the horses over to the cart, Ornessa kind of, like, leans over, still, like, kind of tired, and goes, Brae.
Yes.
I gotta set one thing straight.
Yes.
He's acting all high and mighty about his situation.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't charm him. Just saying. And she's gonna...
Love it. Well, when we get back to the ship, I'll signal Igmarel to come over and load the silk into, like, the hold.
Yeah, because there's the side entrances.
Yeah, and, like, roll out a bedroll for him.
Yeah, on the bottom.
Hold.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
I thank you.
Mm-hmm. We'll be here for 2 more days. After that, we'll be on our way.
Very good.
And then we can either carouse for 2 more days or leave it up to DM's discretion.
Sure. I'll let you roll another 1 carousal here.
Alright.
And we'll see where this takes us.
Oh, sorry. Let me open my notes. I would like at least an 81. 77, so 88!
Okay.
I'll roll my d8.
Yeah, roll your d8.
8.
Okay, something happens. I have a math thing. Roll me 2 d20s.
2d20. Do we want high or low for this?
You
I'm
want
gonna guess high.
Yeah.
That's a crit.
20.
And a 14.
Times 14 times 10. Jeez. You receive a little bit more gold this time. You receive 2,800 gold from your carousing. As things have been kicked into, like, high gear.
Yes!
There's been some rumors that you're leaving and people are, like, kind of freaking out about it. There's a lot of tears.
Mm-hmm.
A lot more singing.
Nice.
Things are starting to take shape.
Lovely.
And you are much more aware of, like, actual prayers that are happening.
Mm-hmm. Just thinking what kind of prayers be happening in Revelry.
Yep. It's maybe not even consciously, but it is, like, there are efforts from people to, like, ask things of you.
Mm-hmm.
And in the moment, the control you have over this environment, you can grant things. So, like, if someone's, like, praying to win at, like, a gambling game, you can, like, kind of gesture your hand, and just kind of, it happens. As part of that, your own winnings increase, which is the 2,800 gold.
Yeah.
However, as you are in the heat of the moment, there's a small pocket distantly that you feel like something's wrong. Maybe the music's out of tune over there. People aren't swaying in rhythm with you. And suddenly, the people next to them aren't swaying in rhythm with you. And then it's the people next to them, and suddenly this little pocket of disobedience is becoming a large fraction of the revelry here.
Mm.
You can see a shape moving within it.
What does it look like?
You can see curved horns, not super sharp like Igmarel's, but there's like a bright light emanating off them. Flowing gold hair. There is perhaps the single most attractive satyr you've ever seen. 6, pushing 7 feet tall, like bronze, like shiny skin. Muscular dude, but he has like a goblet in his hand. A very large, ornate goblet full of wine that he keeps sipping from. Catches your eye and beckons you to join him.
I'll walk over.
As you do, he whispers something to a commoner who just like bursts out in like uncontrollable laughter, spilling some of his drink and like having to kind of stumble away. He turns, gestures with a hand, and sits back. And where there wasn't one, there is now a very fine cushioned chair. Would you take a seat? Brae, Valandon?
Who am I sitting with?
We'll get to that. I trust you'll join me. I'll show you the same respect you show me.
I'll go and I'll sit.
You sit back. There's a very fine cushioned chair here. All of the sounds of the party fade.
Ooh.
You can hear them, and you can see everybody around them. They become but dark blurs. Hold out your hand. There's a goblet of wine in it. It is incredibly fine wine. Like nothing you've ever tasted. And even with your immunities to some of these vices, it's like there's a little bit of like a whoa, that's kind of like makes my head spin a little bit.
Ooh.
Very clearly a magical effect. I came here to talk to you, Brae.
Did you now?
Yes. You seem to have a great deal of ambitions.
You could say that.
Not unlike your mother. But I've come to present a small obstacle to your ambitions. My name is Syleer. I am the father of satyrs and the god of revelry. And I've noticed that you are trespassing ever so slightly on my domain. Do you deny this?
I do not. I apologize.
You apologize.
We've just been having some fun.
I see. An apology doesn't mean you're going to stop, though.
I'm quite enjoying the party.
There's a big smile. I'm very glad to hear that. In fact, I'm so glad to hear that I'm going to make you a friendly wager. You see, life in Fehar is always bright. I have all the music I could ever enjoy, all the drinks and friends I could ever bring to accompany me to that enjoyment. And no matter how much you pursue this talent of yours for revelry, I'll always have my children. So I don't feel particularly threatened
Of course.
by your ambitions. Merely, if I may be so bold, I fear I might become insulted at the effort. You see, many people might claim to have control over others in festivities like this. There are a great deal of prominent bards throughout history who have tried to claim my seat, whether knowingly or otherwise. But you pose a unique dynamic, one you've inherited from your mother. A mortal attaining godhood is not a common thing.
So I've heard.
So I want to check and see if you are worthy of the mantle. I will appear to you 3 times. I've caught you off guard tonight. So if you'd like to attempt to prove yourself here, you may. I need only be impressed once, though. So you may want to bide your time. We will perform against one another. In acts of revelry, in the art of manipulation for the sake of our followers' enjoyment. May riches and wine flow freely, but we will compare our skills in this field. And if by some miracle you best me, I will leave the crown for you to take. But should you fail on these 3 occasions, I will deny your divinity with every possible resource I have. Or, and he leans back, you could stay as you are, forever. Keep yourself to this small city and I will turn a blind eye. What choice would you make?
Well, I'm definitely not staying here forever.
And do you intend to revoke your currently humble attempt at godhood? Relatively speaking, of course.
I'll set the wine down and kind of sit up straight and face him. Like lounging, not sit up straight. Good luck.
Are you challenging me on this night?
So, for my brain, he will appear 3 random times?
He will appear when you roll him on the table.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I have 3 chances to best him. I only have to best him once.
Yep.
And I just become the goddess of the revelry.
He will allow you to take the crown, whatever that looks like.
Okay.
It's just a matter of he occupies that same region as you. So for you to gain that power would be to subvert his claim. He's just saying if you're partying it up as a god would, he's going to respect that.
Okay.
But you have to prove it to him.
Okay. I mean, Brae's calculating. He's a god. He's probably immortal. Probably very powerful. I need more power. I'm gonna gain it and then challenge him.
He smiles.
Not tonight, but when the time is right.
Shall I give you a few days? You might see me now and then, but the challenge can wait.
Of course.
Until you feel you're prepared.
I appreciate that.
He stands and offers his hand.
Okay, get
Lifts you up. The couches are gone. The crowd is loud again.
Yeah.
And again, swaying in perfect unison to your will. This figure gives you one last smile, turns, steps back, and is like, despite his height and his brightness, he is lost to the crowd immediately.
Nice.
And the night ends.
Wonderful.
Now, is there anything else you would like to do before we maybe look at closing off this session in terms of pacts or another night of carousing?
I mean, we'll do one more night of carousing and then packs, but I'll leave that to your discretion now or later.
Sure. We can probably do that now if you want to do one more roll on the table.
I have a question.
Yes.
Does the roll have to be 81 or higher and then an 8?
So his appearances, now that you've rolled an 8,
Yeah.
I'm going to increase the odds of it.
Okay.
But it will be, you have to roll a high number on the d8. Is the
Okay.
idea. But 81 or higher will always prompt that roll.
Okay, cool. That's just what I was saying. Because I just have 81 or higher, roll a d8.
Yep.
But I still have 70 to 75, 91 to 95.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll just finish off our carousing and then we'll do the packs next time if that works for you.
Sure.
So then I can flesh out my my things.
Mm-hmm.
The other runs rolled better for me. 44.
44.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
And I wake up a few days later.
Yeah. So you roll a d3 plus 1.
Oh wait, no, that's a d4. A d3, so
d6 divided by 2.
Yeah. That's a 3.
3.
No, I rolled a 3.
So 4.
1.5.
Oh, 3. So it becomes 2. So it's a d3 plus 1.
Okay.
So your night of partying becomes several.
Nice.
11. You gain 15 gold.
Mm.
And I need you... I'm not going to roll on the secondary table. You rolled a 2, basically. It was a 3 divided by... Oh no, 3 becomes 2 plus 1. So you need to roll me 3 more.
Well, 1 and 2 is 1.
Yeah.
3 and 4 is 2.
Yeah, so you rolled a 2.
3. Okay.
Yeah. So 2, but then plus 1, 3. You need to roll me 3 more times on the carousing table.
Oh, no.
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
As this night of partying becomes
Continues.
several. Yep.
Oh, my. 74.
Oh gee, it's this one again. Bad news, you don't wake up with anything tonight because I doubled up on the roll.
Oh, I rolled a 4.
I have to roll...
On a gold.
It is 5d6. Oh jeez. You gain 420 gold.
Nice.
And then your second night?
Oh my gosh. This is gonna be the death of me.
Yep, this is the...
Oh no.
If you have Ornessa with you, there's a threat of death.
Over 100.
Okay.
I rolled a 98.
Okay. Roll again right away. Another d100.
86.
Roll me 2 d20s.
Give me 1 second.
Yeah. I'm going to resolve your... So this is when you roll 101 or higher.
Yeah.
You roll again, which is what you got the 86 on.
Uh-huh.
Plus something else. So I need you to roll me 2 d20s.
Wait, do I add my... Is it rolling again like another night of carousing roll?
Oh, yes.
So add a plus?
Yes.
So 97.
Okay. That's much easier. I'll roll a d8.
Yeah, get back. Oh, maybe.
You rolled twice because you rolled the effect twice. Silear does not appear this night. Though
Darn.
you rolled the 2 highest options,
Nice.
which were 96 to 100 and 101 or higher.
Nice.
This is the same night, so you have 1 roll after this.
Gosh.
The 2 highest things here are the revelry here on the 96 to 100 almost overwhelms you.
Ooh.
You reach a point with the worship that people are putting upon you. Your power extends beyond the festivities, and you wonder for a moment if this is how Lyra feels in her highest moments of divinity. Your arm is Brae right or left-handed?
Probably right.
Right? I'm going to say your left arm then for ease. Begins to tingle with a very strong amount of power. At some point of your choosing, you can touch a creature, and you can do to them what you did to Igmarel. It can be any creature. You could double up on Igmarel if you wanted. You could do Ornessa or any of your crew members. You could do an NPC. You could do an enemy. I'm calling... I put Overcharm down, but it's not really a charm effect so much as it is a general power-up in the more...
Power up with fealty to me type thing?
Yeah. That's kind of what happened to Igmarel.
And just touch them?
Yeah, just a touch.
Is there a resistance or anything?
There will be a save if they're not willing.
Okay.
But if they're willing, it's immediate. And you just have this. That is your 96 to 100. Now, your 101 plus. There are tenets of revelry.
Yeah.
Though you're not totally... I think Brae's still not totally sure what her field looks like or what that kind of is going to look like here. However, each of the 4 companions of yours could be said to represent some aspect of revelry.
Yeah.
And you as well represent more of a general one. I'll let you pick as you're partying just one of your companions to just focus on. Something that you can learn from them.
Something that I can learn from them.
I will say it is not nearly as direct as like one of their abilities.
Yeah.
But they each exhibit their own...
Ornessa?
100%.
Okay.
100%.
Ornessa very obviously exhibits revelry through lust. You are going to gain an aura effect.
Ooh.
Creatures who start their turn within a certain distance of you have to make a save.
Nice.
Against sort of your beguiling charm. I will send you specific details for that, but I'll put a check mark or a little X next to that box because you now have that tenet of revelry within your grander domain. If you're the goddess of revelry, think of Ornessa as like an angel.
Nice.
Like a saint, maybe. Yeah, there's like a
I would say a spicy sidekick.
Yeah. She's not necessarily granting you this power, but you're realizing the power through one of your...
Ooh, I love it.
That is what you get from 101.
Mm-hmm.
Each time you do it, you can gain an additional one.
Nice.
They're all very different.
I love it.
And you can obviously... You can focus on yourself. But I think that's more of a capstone, so I might say...
Oh, okay, don't do it yet.
Yeah.
Cool.
With that, you don't have to roll the last time. Actually, you do, because this is part of the extended. So roll me one more time. Let's see.
Come on, 101 plus.
It's possible.
Oh, 94.
94 total?
Yeah.
You regain all of your hit dice.
Hit dice, HP, and a long rest ability of my choice.
Yes, what long rest ability are you choosing?
I don't think I've expended any.
Okay.
Which is sad.
No wings or anything?
No, I haven't
Okay.
used them.
Fair. In
Yeah.
that case...
But it hit dice and stuff.
Hit dice is a
get
thing.
some back, which is nice.
and Syleer does not appear. So at this point, many days have passed. Things are a bit of a blur. I will attempt to identify the actual day that we're in.
So it was one night of carousing after the 5, and then 3 more.
So that's the 5.
So it's been 8 days of carousing in total.
I will confirm...
No,
things
6. Because it was 5 nights. We were going to do 1 more night, or 2 more nights. It's 5.
Mhm.
We're done already. We're good. So we did 1, and that was the low roll. And this was the second.
Yeah.
That was then made into 3 more, so we're at 10 days total in there.
Over the course of this session?
over the course of since the revolution started. So 5 since this, or 6, I don't know, at least.
I'll go back and make sure.
10 since it started.
Listener, we're in like the end of December right now.
Oh my!
We're closing in on
Moonmas.
On Moonmas.
I love Moonmas.
Yeah, we are. What's that about a prophecy? As we begin to wrap up the session here, anything last minute for Brae?
Wow, what a night!
She's
feeling great, weighing all of everything that she just that has just occurred.
Yep.
Pros and cons, and really just trying to scheme on how she can get even more power to absolutely murk this satyr dude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Valid.
Does he have stat block?
He's not talking about a physical contest. He's talking about like partying harder and having like a better getting your vibe on. If you want to challenge him to actual combat, you can certainly try.
He's a god. He's probably like 20 plus.
Yeah. But while you scheme that, I'll say good night, listener.
Thanks for watching.
As we move ahead to maybe some different things in the near future with Brae. But
it's so good to be bad.